Today is the 29th January 2024. It's Monday evening, and I've entitled this video, Christ Has All the Answers. Throughout Christ's ministry, the Pharisees, the Sadducees, and the scribes had a lot of questions for Christ. And he always had an answer, didn't he? Even when he was 12 years old, he was in the temple asking questions of them. Matthew 22:46 says, "No man was able to answer him a word, neither durst any man from that day forth ask him any more questions." There used to be I don't know if it's still on or not, but there used to be a radio program called The Bible Answer Man, Hank Hanegraaff. And I forget the guy's name before Hank Hanegraaff. Walter Martin. Walter Martin, The Bible Answer Man. Well, the only one that has all the answers is not Walter Martin or Hank Hanegraaff or Larry Phillips. The only one that has all the answers is Christ. Because he is God. He knows all things. He's omniscient, he's omnipresent, he's omnipotent. And a lot of times they would ask questions to try to stump Christ. Christ was unstumpable. You know, Luke 24, "And after that they durst not ask him any question at all." Matthew 22:35, "Then one of them which was a lawyer asked him a question, tempting him." Lawyers are pretty good at that. I know all about lawyers. After having a 5-year battle against the state of Missouri. Mark 8:11, "The Pharisees came forth and began to question with him, seeking of him a sign from heaven, tempting him." Notice when Jesus asked them a question, they couldn't answer Jesus' question. You know. But sometimes we as Christians have questions about the Bible, and we need to ask the Lord to give us the answer, don't we? He's the only one that can give us the answer. Not a priest, not a pastor, not a reverend, not a person with a master's degree, not a person with a doctor in Greek or Hebrew. God can reveal the truth to us by His Spirit. He's the true Bible answer man. Okay? And, you know, I think that on questions of doctrine, Christ is the best teacher. I think there's no better teacher on the doctrine of God than the Son of God Himself. You know. And Mark 1:27, "They were all amazed, insomuch that they questioned among themselves, saying, What thing is this? What new doctrine is this? Or with authority commandeth he even the unclean spirits, and they do obey him." There's a lot of questions about what was going on in Jesus' ministry. And the New Testament church had a lot of questions. We're told in 2 Timothy 2:23, foolish and unlearned questions avoid, knowing that they do gender strife. First Timothy 6:4, he is proud, knowing nothing, but doting about questions and strifes of words, whereof cometh envy, strife, railings, and evil surmisings. First Timothy 1:4, neither give heed to fables and endless genealogies which minister questions rather than God so do. Titus 3:9, but avoid foolish questions and genealogies and contentions and strivings about the law, for they are unprofitable and vain. Remember what happened with the Queen of Sheba when she came to Solomon? 1 Kings 10:1, and when the Queen of Sheba heard of the fame of Solomon concerning the name of the Lord, she came to prove him with hard questions. And Solomon told her all her questions. There was not anything hid from the king which he told her not. Like I said, when Christ was only 12 years old, he was found in the temple. Luke 2:46, it came to pass that after 3 days they found him in the temple, sitting in the midst of the doctors, both hearing them and asking them questions. Well, like I said, the best Bible answer man is Christ himself. We sometimes think we have to have all these answers, and we go to people that we think we put on a pedestal, you know. Well, let's see what Burkhoff has to say about this. Let's see what Gill has to say about this. Let's see what Huntington has to say about this. Let's see what Gill has to say about it. Let's see what Beebe has to say about it. Calvin, Spurgeon, whoever. Why don't we see what Christ has to say about it? They used to have a program on the radio called Back to the Bible. Well, I think it's time we get back to the Bible, the authorized King James Version of the Bible, not some newfangled version. Well, that's what's on my mind tonight. Christ has all the answers. Have a good evening. God bless.